everyone. All right, so I am going to do this in 2 separate cuts. We're going to start with this where I'm looking at you and I'm looking at my computer and I'm looking at you and I'm saying this is the intro. And then this video footage is going, I'm going to keep talking, but it's going to have a nice little cut in it. And when the cut takes place and moves forward, I still have the original boxes, as you can see here. All right, so we got the load set. We've got the reload set. Now, reload, I will say it over and over and over again, is without a doubt tied with Kill 'Em All as my favorite Metallica album. As I get older, though, I probably listen to Reload more than I listen to Kill 'Em All. Load, though, I love as well. I've always enjoyed Load. Were these sets worth buying? For me, the fan that I am, all the stuff I have bought from Metallica over the years, the stuff I still have, a lot of which ends up duplicating out of these sets, especially when it comes to things like the singles and stuff like that. And then you get the little artwork like this where I might get some of it framed, like the Fixer picture, I might actually get framed and put up on the wall because I'd like to do that. But outside of getting stuff professionally framed so I have it on my walls, which I may or may not do, most of the artwork, really not going to care about all that much. When it comes to the sets, the load reload set, interestingly enough, it would be Shadowcast Disc 4 and Poor Acoustic Me that I would listen to the most outside of Reload. Whereas with the Load set, it was their remix disc and stuff like that. I prefer, when it comes to the vinyls, I definitely prefer, the Lollapalooza vinyl's pretty good. But I prefer the Soundhouse Tapes vinyl. I think that was really cool. The vinyls themselves, similar quality, same issues, where the low end disappears. It's not there the same as it is in the compact disc. I will never regret buying these. The whole kitchen sink, the amount of education in here, oh crud. The amount of education in here in this book. Oh, there goes the DeLorean. Hold on, Marty, I'm coming to the rescue. Oh man, press it didn't take dock with. Lost your tire though. Took out a tree. Man, alright. Well, we'll worry about that later. Okay. So, from my perspective, as a guy who really is into production and albums, stuff like that, to get that with 2 of the most influential albums ever in my life, and to have them into such degree where, you know, I will, over the years, definitely go back. Like the vinyl, every once in a while, I'll get the urge to go put on the vinyl. Because the vinyl's cool, man. And, you know, I will get the urge to put on the bonus material every once in a while. Because the bonus material's cool, man. A little pricey, I will say. In comparison, to give you an idea, in comparison, the very first Metallica, anything I got, the very first Metallica, everything I ever got was Metallica's Live Shit Binge and Purge. and it's gotten beat up really badly over the years. I won't even show you how it looks now. I still have all the parts of it, but it's in rough shape. It had 3 VHSs. 2 were for one, well, supposed to be one for one specific concert, but it was cut together from like 3 different shows, I think. You had 3 live CDs, or 3D, okay, 3 VHSs. One VHS was from 88 Justice Tour, or 89 the Justice Tour. Then you had the Black Album for one of them, but it was 2 of the tapes. And then you had 3 CDs and a bunch of like booklets and stuff like that. And that one costs like $100 back in the day, even. Something like that. Might even been a little over 100. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, it was up there. But you know, so when I look at how much more extra content is in here now versus the content that was in the Live Shit Binge and Purge, and how much this costs versus how much that costs and everything like that, this is pretty damn good, pretty much worth the money, I would say, for me as a collector. For the average, everyday, regular person, for the love of God, don't waste your money. It's only for the hardcore collectors, folks. Anyways, I guess at this point I'm going to wrap it up. So then we'll watch me trying to rescue Marty's tire and fix it. So let me know what you guys think down below on this entire series. Chances are Metallica is not going to do something this crazy with... the next album would be Garage. That'd be cool. I'm really hoping they do something cool for Garage. You know, 4 CD set would be awesome. Because they've released at least 1 CD's worth almost of covers again since the last time they did Garage. And then a whole new CD again. This time with Rob instead of Jason. So I really think that they need to do that. I also think... Actually, that just made me think of something. I think they should have put I Disappear in here. I really do. I'm surprised it's not in here. I really think I Disappear should have been put in here because it was technically a song from the Load Reload era. So I think I Disappear should have been in here. And it wasn't. Okay, moving on. Yeah, draw me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I've got some more cool stuff. We're going to now be talking about what I would put together as the ultimate reload / load album. Everybody has their picks for what they'd put together as the ultimate album. Because most people say the album should have been reduced down to one album, one great album. And I used the rule of 78 minutes when I planned this out. And this is, if I were to combine load and reload together, this is how I would put it together. This is the order I would do the track listing in. I am calling my track listing decision here the Pink Floyd mix. And the reason why is because I start off with a super long song and I finish with a super long song. So it has a very wish you were here kind of feel to it. All right, so we're opening up with Fixer. I think it's just this great way to open up the album and get it going. And you're just like, whoa, as you've gotten into this album. And Fixer is honestly one of my favorite Metallica songs in general. It's one of my favorite songs in general. Then from Fixer we go to King Nothing. I think it's a great way to get a little energy, some pace going on, but not too much. I want to keep it kind of... There's kind of a method to my madness on the first half of this album, and it's nothing too overboard, A little bit, but not too much. We save that, sort of. Okay, so from King Nothing, we go into Devil's Dance. Nice, thick, heavy. Love Devil's Dance. Then Poor Twisted Me. This one's just got a fun little blues groove on it. And after Devil's Dance and, you know, King Nothing and Fixer, you need some of the fun little groove on it, man. Even if you're singing about Poor Twisted Me. And then continuing, you've already got that great kind of blues groove going on. So going from there, I'm a big fan of the song 2x4. I have been since day one. Maybe part of it is that simplistic but great. You know, just I have always been a big fan of 2x4, and you know, man, it just that inner person in you, you know, especially if you're a fan of the WWE and wrestling, and you think of Mick Foley and a 2x4 wrapped with razor sharp barbed wire and just kind of gets you in the chest. Sorry about the way I just tapped on the mic there, guys. All right, so you got 2x4. Then after 2x4, you go into Fuel. You know, because, you know, you got that big and heavy, you've had this great momentum going on, nice and groove. And then I was like, give me fuel, give me fire, give me those. You know. Okay. And then obviously after Fuel, you have to go into Memory Remains. After Memory Remains, I choose to go into the slow period. I modeled this after, you know, doing all the live stuff and talking about all live stuff and how much I really love when they did the 3-song acoustic set. I really wanted this version to kind of reflect that. So I decided to go with Mama Said, Low Man's Lyric, and then Unforgiven 2. Admittedly, really gonna slow down the album going Memory Remains, Mama Said, Low Man's Lyric, Unforgiven 2. But Memory Remains has got that great vibe to it. And then Unforgiven 2, I mean, it's just, I'm still gonna argue the best of the Unforgivens. And it just, you know, comes back on that big and heavy after you've been kind of going on Mama Said, Low Man's Lyric kind of binge. All right, then after Unforgiven 2, we get into Carpe Diem, Baby. Such a fun song. Now, I really, really, really had to go back and forth here because the options were Carpe Diem, Baby, Prince Charming, or Attitude. All three of those songs are just... Something about them, I just got that great nonchalant go fuck yourself attitude. And ultimately, I went with Carpe Diem Baby because I was trying to go for a nice build-up because after Carpe Diem Baby, we're going into Wasting My Hate. Absolutely love Wasting My Hate. One of the best songs from Load and Reload, without a doubt. And then finishing off with Outlaw Torn, the Unencumbered by Manufacturing Restrictions version. I grabbed the version off my single for this. I have had the unencumbered versions since basically not long after the Load album came out itself. And whenever I've put mixes together, whether they be mixed CDs, whether they be mixed tapes, whatever, I have always used the Unencumbered by Manufacturing Restrictions version. So I will automatically include it in here every time. It is about a minute longer, and it left me 13 songs at 78 minutes. So once again, that's Fixer, King Nothing, Devil's Dance, Poor Twisted Me, 2x4, Fuel, Memory Remains, Mama Said, Low Man's Lyric, Unforgiven 2, Carpe Diem Baby, Wasting My Hate, and Outlaw Torn. If I were to make Load and Reload into one album. All right, we're gonna close this out now. Stuff coming up. I don't think Metallica is gonna do anything like this for later albums like Saint Anger and stuff like that. And you know, it's Garage Inc. and then you've got S&M, and they've already done S&M 2, so maybe they'll do S&M 3, I guess, maybe as the next S&M, and then maybe they'll do a giant S&M set. Ooh. Ooh, a whole lot of S&M. Oh, okay. Now we got creepy. So, on that note, drop me a line in the comments, even if it's telling me what a creep I just was. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications, please and thank you. A couple links worth checking out. Peace, love, take care. Let's get to rescuing Marty. All right. Ah! God damn it. Now, I know what you're thinking if you're still watching it. You're going to go down comments, you're going to say, dude, it's just too high. It's going to be unstable. Well, it was perfectly fine until I bumped it. But you're right, it is highly unstable. And why is it Marty flying and rescuing Doc Brown from Arkham Asylum? Well, if you've ever watched the movies, you already know the answer to why it would be Doc Brown being rescued from the asylum. I like to do cute little things in my Lego world. Almost looks like it's glowing. All right, cut this one here. Have a good one, folks.